A lot of builders build houses and properties. One of Fraser's belief is actually building a home, and this is probably taking that to another level.
Just love the idea of actually rescuing a building and bringing it back to its life and glory, you know.
It's just old. It's you come back here, it's stepping back in time. It's almost relaxing, considering we are in the CBD.
It's got a lot of history to it. 1880. There's not many buildings like this left in Brisbane. 135 years old, and Fraser's doing a fantastic job to bring this back to life.
It reminds me of probably my childhood and my grandfather's place. The techniques used, very few tradesmen have that sense of ownership, I suppose, and time taken.
So this is familiar ground for me. And in the UK, everything is predominantly restoration works. In the UK, I lived in a 17th century house, and I've worked on churches, I've worked on cathedrals, 14th century hotels and all sorts of things like that. So that's where the passion comes from.
You're taking a huge part of Brisbane's history and being able to transform that and be a huge part of Brisbane's future. It's I guess, a building that is sitting amongst some of the most modern, some of the most exclusive apartments and residences across the whole of Brisbane, and you're able to transform what is a traditional charm of the river to have the combination, I guess, of both beautiful traditional living and traditional bones of a building with all the modern appliances and modern conveniences.
These days the building industry is very dynamic, very program orientated, lightweight construction, just doing things quicker, where this is a very different build. Nothing's easy, there's a tolerance, there's a grey area within the building code, aesthetically pleasing, not so much critically correct as per the Australian standards, because a lot of these walls are being built in 1887, a heritage listed building. So I think that's probably what's drawn me to the project.
And being able to rescue a building this and bring it back to its former glory is actually a pleasure. It's got so many challenges in it. It's got a lot of unknowns of this nature of job, from the structural demolitions to repairs that haven't been done at the moment. All the windows and all the old work in the double sash windows with the lead work and the changing of the mouldings and all the structural work that's being done at the moment is a great delight and a good challenge.
Just to think of the stories and the world events that have happened whilst this place has been standing is extraordinary. The man getting on the moon and all the milestones along the way. These people have been working and living within this premises, and the history that it brings new people to our shores, which was its primary purpose, and that's what it was built for. Home to me is not always brand new. It's your interpretation of a home. It's warm, it's quiet. The acoustic qualities of this property is amazing because of the thickness of the walls. And then just letting the space speak for itself. Like the design has sort of been pictured around the actual shell of the building, which is important.
The family home that I've lived in is 60 years. The family have been there. And there's a lot of love and enjoyment that goes into a home. When you walk into a home, you can get a good feel for something, or you can be uneasy. Today, a lot of people are looking for homes that they can buy relatively cheaply, and apartments are built to a relatively high standard, but products sometimes don't really give the end result. This particular project it's first class, it'll be absolute accolade of itself with apartments like this. There'll be a one-off, there'll be 10 here, they'll be gone, and no one else will be able to buy this nature of product again. It's location. Everything faces onto the river, and being located here with the heritage gardens on the frontage here, large apartments, spacious, high ceilings. The people that really like a touch of the past and enjoy living in a bit of a culture of history of Australia would enjoy living here. This has got such an attraction.
And very minimal sort of dressing up or joinery. It's all sort of panel to imitate wall panelling so that the spaces speak for themselves.